After this weekend, there has been a shift in the Heisman odds. The two favorites right now, according to Vegas, Oklahoma's Baker Mayfield and Oklahoma State's Mason Rudolph, much to Greg's pleasure as he's wanted to get that in all show long. Clemson's dominant defense was mostly able to contain Lamar Jackson on Saturday. You saw him there at 5-1. Has his Heisman campaign stopped, David?
He gone. Yes, I do. I do think so. That doesn't mean I don't think he's one of the best players in college football, if not one of the top two. But here's the thing, dude. He doesn't have a lot of opportunities left on the schedule. And Florida State isn't what they were. You can point to NC State. But I think there's a lot of people that still have buyer's remorse from last year when he stumbled down the stretch. They were upset about that. Couple that with this wasn't like last year's performance, guys. He didn't perform great against Clemson. He performed pretty poorly to his standards. So I think Lamar Jackson's out of the race.
I'm with you, David, and I saw it firsthand against North Carolina. I still think he is the most difficult player in college football to defend. He is, I think, the best athlete at the quarterback position in all of college football. But like what you said, there's not enough opportunities remaining on the schedule to provide him that Heisman moment. Florida State's one. They ain't going to be at NC State. You just don't see those big game opportunities remaining in the ACC schedule.
Yeah, you guys are talking about did it stop? When did it start? I mean, it's amazing how Lamar Jackson has one decent game against North Carolina, and all of a sudden Mel Kiper puts him on the big board. And now we're trying to think of Archie Griffin and say, can he win back-to-back Heisman? Listen, he is the most difficult guy, as Greg said, in college football to defend. But if we're talking about this season as compared to last season, he's improved a little bit as a passer, but he laid a dud on Saturday against Clemson. So I don't think the Heisman campaign ever started.
If Clemson is
he had
the
1,000 yards the last two games. That's all everybody talked about was Lamar Jackson.
Listen,
he was also favored in Vegas. Did you hear the favorite in Vegas?
Y'all are stats guys. I'm not concerned about the stats. Do you know the impact he's having is not as great as it was last year?
Here's what you missed, Booger. You missed the North Carolina broadcast when Greg McElroy stood up and was like, this is easily the best player in college football.
Yes.
That was this guy right over there.
I still think he is. I still think he is. Doesn't mean he's going to win the Heisman Trophy. You know that.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think he's the best player in the country.
Bring some levity.
Of course, if he is the best player in college football, he should win the Heisman. That seems like a technicality there. And if Clemson is the only team that he struggles against, and they are still ranked maybe at the top of the list as far as the AP goes, I wonder if that's not enough if he runs the table to keep him in the conversation. We move on to Mason.